Have you guys ever been stuck in Diamond Rank? Well, I have too, and I was stuck there for quite a bit, and I'm going to be showing you guys the ways that I got out of Diamond Rank. So let's get right into it. Alright, so this is the map that I used. It's Vizsla Zero Delay Crank map. So if you go over here, you have a bunch of different speeds. You can make it slower so you can really grind, like let's say you want to grind your triple edits or something, you know, get used to that. Or you just want to, if maybe you're really good on your mechanics and you just want to up the speed a bit and just get really fast at it. There's also a bunch of musics. I prefer listening to music on like Spotify or Apple Music, whichever one you use. You can change the color, you know, the sky. Really doesn't matter, but Vizsla makes a lot of good maps. So you see his 1v1 map, box fights, and then piece control practice. So this map's really good for just honing in your mechanics, getting them really good. One thing that I like to do, that I did, was just like grind creative for like a really long time, and then I just hopped into once I grinded my mechanics in ranked or in creative maps, I hopped into a bunch of ranked games and just started grinding that. But I'm going to show you another map that you guys can use to get better at the game. This is another map I like to use a lot. So basically it's a piece control map. So you have a bunch of these basic piece controls. This is made by Raider. The code is actually at the top. The code is going to be at the top of the screen for all these maps, like if you were to play it yourself. But basically there's basic piece control, and these are a little more advanced, but personally I don't find them much harder. So once you got your mechanics like building and editing down, you can hop into one of these, and then like you want to box up the enemy, the bot, and then like peek him. You know, just get a little bit of a peek in. One thing that you guys should be doing is practicing like both directions, because one thing that I struggled from was like not like being able to, like, I would be able to do this while at it, but I would not be able to do this while at it, because I only practiced the left side for some reason. I don't know why I didn't, but so one thing that you guys can improve your games with is just like, you can practice both sides of like the edits. So if you were to do this while at it, then maybe do that while at it, you know? A little better at it now, but yeah. So yeah, you can also emote and it will just take you right back to the lobby. And then there's also these piece control tunnels over here, which are going to help your game a lot. Like once you have all the building and editing down, this is going to show you like a tunnel or something. You know, you gotta block off the angles and then edit through. Then you get it. Then you get at blocking the angles there, so that's fine. Last season was like really boring because like Chapter 4 Season 3 was like trash, as most of you guys know. So I just like sat in creative and grinded while listening to music. I think that really helped my mechanics a lot. And then this season, because I've been really enjoying the season, I've just been grinding the ranks. I mean, you also do want to get like an edit course in every day. That's something I would definitely recommend if your edits aren't too good. And one thing I would also like super recommend is just changing your binds. Like I used to play on controller, now play on keyboard and mouse. And on controller, I did not change my binds at all. So I was basically playing on normal settings. The only thing I really changed was my sensitivity. But like most of my things were the same. Most of my binds were like the same as the basic settings. So I highly recommend just like changing up your binds, seeing what works, because the basic settings, you can get good at basic settings, but honestly it's probably a lot harder. Just find what works for you. Just experiment a bit. I mean, it's not going to feel right at first, but of course it's not going to feel right at first because it's new to you. If you've been playing on the basic binds for years and you change up one of the binds, it's going to feel super weird. But trust me, if you just change up your binds, eventually it might be better. There might be a better outcome. So just change them up a lot so So this is a map that I'd highly recommend doing. Really gets your building and editing and piece control. And then the piece control tunnels are also really good. So I'd highly recommending check out this map. So we'll get into the next part. This is a map I'd highly recommend. So you can choose random season 4 loot, but first it's Ken Bean's Speed Realistics 1v1s. So basically one person is going to spawn up here and he's basically Wing the person that has the box up. Really helps you practice like piece control and stuff. Also helps you just practice normal fighting skills. Box fights kinda. Mine's kinda bad today, so haven't really warmed up today at all. Building your name's kinda bad. So you can heal, you know, you can spawn in with a random loadout if you choose this one. It's constantly being updated. The heck? It's constantly being updated with the new loot pool and meta. So you can always know you're gonna get the new guns in. So if you want to get used to like, let's say the wood stake, I think the wood stake are just updating in this game like day one. So yeah, you can just go through. It's pretty fast, so it goes just 14 rounds. This kid's really good. Also really tired. Haven't been warmed up yet. Even if your mechanics are good and stuff, I would still use this game as a warm up. It's a really good warm up map, so I definitely recommend it. Alright, for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna be talking about normal tips, gameplay in the back, you know. So basically, one of the tips that I use is every single day I just hop into an edit course, and if it's late at night and you really just don't know what to do, I would just hop into like an edit course or mechanics practice map and just put on some music and just, you know, practice your mechanics. I mean, because a lot of times I would get really bored at night, so I would just hop in, turn on some music, and then I would just find my mechanics, and I think that really helps. Because like a bunch of times at night, none of my friends were on. I'm like, well, I don't really want to just do nothing. I'm really bored, so this season's kind of boring. So I'm like, I'm just gonna hop into this map, turn on some music, do this. One thing that you want to do is you just want to grind as much ranked as possible once you got me good mechanics down. So for me, I just grinded my mechanics and then they were good. But once you hop into rank, you're gonna have more lag because creative is less laggy, you know. But you're just gonna want to hop into some rank and you're just gonna grind as much rank as possible. Obviously, if you follow the tips I gave you in this video, that's also gonna help you rank up. Like I was hard stuck in Diamond 3 for so long, I just kept going and keep pushing. And here's one thing, if you do not have a good mentality, you cannot get past Diamond. You have to have a great mentality. Like if you're trying to get past gold, I think you can do that easily without a good mentality, unless you like just started the game. Okay, if you just started the game, pretty smart. That's pretty smart, honestly. Great job. Keep it up. Like you don't even have to be in Diamond to use these tips. I would just. Like, this is just what I did. Yeah, because I just did. So basically, just keep a good mindset. Like Nick K30 says, never back down to zero. I know it's kind of a meme, but that's like a great mindset to have. Like I actually use that. Like it's honestly a great mindset, and it's a great saying that can probably help you a lot in your games. So basically, one thing that I do, I just say in my mind, like I'm better than these people. I can keep going. I can push, you know, I can get these kids, you know, I can win this. Like I can win this fight. And you might not win the fight, but it's fine. You look at what you did right, and here's one thing I keep hearing, is the VOD review. I've never enjoyed it personally myself, but that doesn't mean just your own games, don't look back at your own games. You can, I mean, if you want to do that, that's
you got my
fine. That's a
slurp
good
still?
way to practice. But I've never.
You told me mine though. You got my slurp.
I always like watching the
Oh
pros,
my
you know,
gosh, it's
watching
so hard to aim in
FNCS,
this crap
see what
on
they
40.
do, and just kind of input that into my game.
40 FPS is tough, bro.
And,
I don't
some,
know,
and
it's
a lot
like
of times it
doing it out
actually
here
makes a
24.
big improvement. I would try it out. Just watch a bunch of pros. I don't know, Clicks, Uga, Cooper Miro, a bunch of those pros.
Literally, it's
Watch
like watching
them,
a
and
freaking
maybe
slideshow, I
and
don't
you'll learn
understand.
something from their games, and that'll help you in your future games.
I'm working.
So if you like have a problem with shaking, which like I did, like if you're in a 1v1 for the win or like top 5 or something and you're like shaking a lot and you're panicking, you're nervous, you know. Here's one tip I've learned.
I already got the
If
crown.
you need to say stop in your head, just say stop in your head or like audible, like in, you know, just say it.
Oh, no.
And honestly, it's helped me a lot. I mean,
Image.
it might not work for everyone, but I've just telling myself stop. Like, just stop. And sometimes instantly it will just go away. My shakiness, my panic, it goes away. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing tip that I learned, and I think it might be able to help you guys. And it's probably won me so many games, but also, if you guys just struggle with improving and you don't think you're going anywhere, I mean, just like, if you just need motivation, like, look up YouTube. Like, go on YouTube, look up 5
Hot dog
minute
boy.
videos,
Get back here, number.
and
Is that a hot dog?
you will find
What the?
like just 20,000 views, probably more. And just click on one of those videos and before like a tournament or like a ranked game when you're about like 90% diamond 3, or you're kind of
You too.
losing.
Hot dog
lost a
boy.
bunch of
No,
points.
no, no, no.
Go
no.
onto YouTube. Put in some headphones personally. Like,
Can you bring me my
and then,
slurp?
I mean, obviously, if you're on your PC, you can just either search it up and then, you know. But
How'd that not
it
hit,
helps you so much. Like, I used it for the past tournament. I did so good. I'm so proud of myself. I got in one game. I rotate. I was trying out new strategies. That's also one thing I want to touch on. Try out new strategies. If you're not trying out new strategies and you're just
I feel
using the
bad
same
right now,
ones,
honestly.
I mean, one of these strategies, they might fail, but your current strategies, they might not be the best. And if you just stick with those, I mean, sure, you can improve on them, but if you're not trying out new strategies, one new strategy could change your entire game, and it could be so much better. It sure might be a little worse, but it's I mean, some things aren't always going to go the way you plan.
the plate.
So just try new things. Like, that's what I've been doing a lot. You should
First
too.
game on max graphics.
That's
bro.
about all the advice I have for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.